Day 3 in the books for the BYU football program in fall camp. Hey everybody, Jake Hatch, host of Locked On Cougars, your daily podcast focused on the BYU Cougars. Biggest takeaway away from today is the quarterback battle wears on. Aaron Roderick said it's a three-man race and he plans on letting it play out as long as he possibly needs to. He also said he would rather have it decided sooner than later, but obviously that will be determined by the players themselves in terms of their performance. In terms of the quarterbacks themselves, Trayson Bourget, I thought, had the best performance of the media observation window. He had 2 touchdown passes as well as a TD run, whereas Bear Bachmeier had an interception on a play that he held the ball way too long, but Aaron Roderick did say later that it was because the coaches told him on said play to not scramble when it looked like he probably should have scrambled and probably could have scored with his feet. Nonetheless, overall, BYU rounding into shape. I think BYU's defense looks absolutely elite. They're making it very, very tough for the offense to get anything going, especially in the run game. Guys like Keanu Tanuvasa and John Tamoya-Peau have been very, very good at defensive tackle. I thought Tausili Akana had a really fine day at defensive end. I thought he was very active, and he looks like he is going to be able to hold up as an every down defensive end. We asked Jay Hill about that very thing, and he said that he believes that he's put on the requisite weight to have that type of an impact. He'll have to earn the time, obviously. Other things to take away from my thoughts on practice included, I think that the BYU secondary is actually looking fairly strong, even with the cornerbacks undergoing a little bit of a makeover this year. Evan Johnson, Maury Bamba, Trey Alexander, Jonathan Cabea. All of them, I think, have had standout moments. Everything I'm seeing is they're forcing a lot of pass breakups, getting a lot of interceptions, according to multiple reports out there. So looks like BYU's defense is everything it's been stacked up to be, and that should be good news for BYU's chances in 2025. Final note to pass along from this is that officially Pokai Haunga, running back for BYU, will not be with the team due to, quote, personal reasons, unquote, according to Aaron Roderick. That's a disappointment because he figured to maybe be the third man in a 3-man backfield. But the coaching staff, Aaron Roderick included, expressed confidence. They believe that Hinckley Ropati will get an eligibility waiver from the NCAA, will grant him another year, and that should fill that roster slot at bare minimum. Another guy to keep an eye on at the running back position in that slot, at the number 3 slot, is Jovessa Demouni. Aaron Roderick, described him as a, quote, speed back, unquote, and being a little bit different than the other running backs BYU has on the roster. And he's been a pretty nice addition, it looks like, through 2 days of camp for BYU. So there you go. That's my report from day 3 of BYU training camp. We'll be back out here next Tuesday. It'll be the next media availability, and we'll have updates then. But as always, check out the Locked On Cougars podcast, where, of course, we're covering BYU every single day, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, where, of course, it is your team every day.